Hello and welcome back. In the previous video, we learned several tags related to text. In this video, we will continue with that and learn a few more. So without wasting any time, let's get started. The first tag we're going to learn is the B tag. It's very similar to the P tag, and you can put any text inside it just like a paragraph. The only difference is that it makes your text bold, just like the B and bold text you see on the screen. We can also use these tags inside each other. It's not difficult. We practiced this a lot in the previous video, so I'll explain it quickly and move on so we can get to the more important parts faster. Alright, let me organize the code so you can understand it more clearly. And if you stay with me until the end of the video, just like always, I have a useful tip for you. Today, we'll learn how to automatically format our code when saving it. Let's get back to the lesson. I want to make the word practice bold. The only thing I need to do, just like we learned before, is to wrap this word inside a B tag. By placing the text between the opening and closing B tags, it will be displayed in bold on the page. And as we mentioned before, we can write tags inside other tags, but not all of them. We'll learn more in the future. Try to write each tag on a new line with some spacing so that your code stays clean and organized. Let's check the result. As you can see, the word is now bolder than the rest of our text, while the other parts remain normal. Now let's make an entire sentence bold. To do this, we'll change our paragraph tag, P, to a bold tag B, so that the whole sentence appears bold. As you can see, our entire line is now bold. The next topic we're going to learn about is italic text. Using italics makes your text appear slightly slanted, which can help emphasize certain words or phrases in your content. You've probably seen this effect in programs like Microsoft Word, Excel, or other text editors, where italics are used to highlight or differentiate parts of the text. In HTML, we achieve this effect using the I tag, where the I stands for italic. Any text you place between the opening and closing I tags will automatically appear slanted on your web page. This is a simple but powerful way to make your content more readable and visually appealing. I want our page title to stand out more, so I'll make it slightly slanted by putting it inside an I tag. This will make the text appear in italics, drawing more attention to it. You should do the same along with me, so you get some practice working with italic text in HTML. Now let's switch to the browser and take a look. As you can see, the title is now slanted, making it more noticeable and visually distinct. In Word, as we mentioned, you can underline your text to make it stand out from the rest. This is often used to highlight a website address or link. In HTML, we can do the same thing using the U tag, where U stands for underline. Let's test it out to see how it works. I want test this to be underlined to emphasize its importance. It's really crucial that you actually try this out and practice it yourself. This way, you'll understand how underlining works in HTML and see the effect directly on your page. To do this, we'll put the text inside a U tag, which will create a line under the text, making it stand out and clearly showing that it's something important. Now let's look at our page. As you can see, the first part of the line is normal, but the last part has an underline. This makes it stand out visually, and the eye is naturally drawn to this emphasized text more quickly. Subscript used to display text lower than the normal line. When you place text inside the sub tag, it appears below the baseline of regular text. This is usually used for scientific or mathematical formulas, so if you're creating a science-related website, this tag will be very useful. Alright, let's write a new line of text. Using an H3 tag, so it's bigger and easier to see. I'll write X and then open a sub tag and write the number 1. Let's check the result. Now we have X with a 1 displayed below it on the page. If you've enjoyed this so far, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next video. The superscript tag sup is very similar to the sub tag. The only difference is that it displays the text above the normal text line instead of below. This is commonly used in science, and especially in math, to show exponents. Alright, let's try it together. And its tag is sup. Alright, let's create a new line just like the previous one. This time we'll use the h2 tag. I'll write a y and then place the number 2 inside the sup tag, so it appears above the line. Let's check the browser. You can see we got exactly what we wanted. You might need this style of text in your own pages as well. When we write text inside a p tag and try to add spaces or move part of it to the next line, the browser ignores those spaces and everything appears on one single line. We can control this behavior, but we need the preserved formatting. The tag for that is pre, and it keeps all spaces and line breaks exactly as we write them. First, let's write a line of text using a p tag. I'll type first text, then add a big space and write the second part of the sentence. When we open the browser, you'll notice that the extra spaces are not shown. Everything gets squeezed together into one line. Now let's rewrite the same text using the pre tag so we can see the difference together. The pre tag, short for preserved, keeps all the spaces, line breaks, and formatting exactly the way we type them in the code. You can see that the spacing we added is now applied correctly, and the two pieces of text appear separate from each other. You've probably seen this in online stores. When they put items on sale, the original price gets crossed out and the discounted price is shown next to it. If you ever want to draw a line through any text, you can do it using strike. The tag for it is strike. Let's move to the next line. Using the h4 tag, we'll write a text similar to what you see on shopping websites and then add a price. For example, we'll set the price to $120. Okay, let's see the result. It turned out exactly the way we wanted. Let's go to our VS Code. Now we want to put a line through this price and show a new discounted price. So we place the $120 inside the strike tag. And after that we write the new price, $100. Let's check the result together. As you can see, we successfully added a line through the original price. The last tag we're going to work with is the small tag. It's very similar to the p tag. You can write any text or paragraph inside it. The only difference is in how it displays the text. This tag shows the text smaller than normal, the opposite of heading tags which make text larger. Let's go and try it out. Let's move to a new line and open the small tag. Inside it, we'll write the text small text, so you can clearly see how this tag displays content in a smaller size compared to normal paragraphs. Let's check the result together. As you can see, our text is noticeably smaller than the other lines on the page. We achieved this effect using the small tag. Alright, let's organize our code together and make it look cleaner so it's easier to understand. But as you can see, doing this manually by adding spaces or deleting lines is really time-consuming. To make things easier, there's an extension that automatically formats your code for you. It cleans everything up with just one click and makes your workflow much faster. In the extensions search box, type Prettier Code Formatter and look for the official one by Prettier. Select the same option that I choose and click the Install button. It looks different on my screen because I already installed it. Go ahead and install it so we can set up the settings. Close this tab and go back to your HTML file. Press the shortcut Ctrl-Shift-P to open the command palette, then click on Open Settings. For me, it appears a bit lower on the page, but if you can't find the default formatter option, simply search for it in the settings search bar. I'll do the same alongside you. If you type just the beginning of the sentence, it will suggest the full option for you, so you don't need to write the entire phrase. Search for default formatter and choose Prettier Code Formatter from the options. Then search for Format on Save and enable its checkbox so that your code will be automatically formatted every time you save. Alright, now let's go back to our code. Take a good look at the structure before we continue. If I press Ctrl S now, which is the shortcut we always use to save, Prettier will automatically format and clean up our code for us. You'll notice that everything becomes organized instantly, without us manually spacing or arranging anything. Let's try it again so you can understand it better. I'll make the code messy on purpose. And then with just pressing Ctrl S, it gets formatted automatically.